Okay, hey, we're back, and in this video we will be computing with scientific notation. Recently we learned how to write between scientific notation, here's some examples, and standard notation. Here we're going to use these to compute. In the first problem here, we're going to do multiplication. I have 5 8/10 times 10 to the 5th times 6 4/10 times 10 to the 2nd power. Okay, I notice right away that everything's being multiplied here. And in multiplication, I can change the order and I know I'll get the same answer. So what I'm going to first is just rewrite this with a different order. I'm going to pull these decimal numbers out here first. I'm going to do 5 8/10 times 6 4/10 times 10 to the 5th times 10 to the 2nd. So it's still all this being multiplied. And I'm going to think about this problem. There's two different parts here. I've got this part here, these base 10s with the exponents, and then I've got this part here that's just the decimal numbers. I'm going to first deal with the decimal numbers part. I'm going to come over to the side and let's multiply. 5 8/10 times 6 4/10. So I recall I have two place values here that I'm going to keep track of. So I'll just remember that. And I'm going to think of this as 58 times 64 as far as computing. 4 times 8 is 32. Put down the 2, carry the 3. 4 times 5 is 20. Plus 3 is 23. So I put down the 3, carry the 2. Put down a 0 as a placeholder. Then I do 6 times 8 is 48. Put down the 8, carry the 4. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 4 is 34. So I've done my multiplying. Now I'm going to add these up. So 2 and 0 is 2, 8 and 3 is 11, so put down the 1, carry the 1. 1 and 2 is 3, plus 4 is 7, and the 3 comes down. And I have to remember that these are decimals, and I have to shift my place value, which begins here, 2 places. 1, 2. So it looks like 37 and 1200ths. So this part becomes 37 and 1200ths. But this right here, hey look, it's the same base, 10, being multiplied. And if you remember our rule, when you multiply the same base, you add the exponents. 5 to the 3rd times 5 to the 4th is 5 to the 3 plus 4. In this case, 10 to the 5th times 10 to the 2nd power becomes times 10 to the 5 plus 2, just add the exponents. Now this almost looks like scientific notation, but the decimal point needs to come over one place. So if I shift the decimal point this way, I'm literally dividing this by 10. So I'll write the decimal down. And because the number is 37 and 1200ths, not 3 and 712,000. So I have to multiply this by 10 in order to make sure it still stays the same value as this. Times, and look at this. I'm going to add these together and I have 10 to the 7th. Well, now it almost looks like scientific notation. But again, same base being multiplied. When I see no exponent here, it's an exponent of 1. So now I have 3.712 times 10 to the 1 plus 7. And finally, I'm at the end here, 3.712 times 10 to the 8th. That is my final answer, and it is in scientific notation. Single digit, followed by decimal, and then there might be some digits or not, times 10 to some exponent. Hope this helps.